Hear ye, here comes the judge. It is Judge Dawson bringing you another podcast aimed at giving you information that can take you from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. Now, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I am a judge. I've been a judge for 11 years, and I've practiced law for over 25 years. And ladies and gentlemen, if I have not gained any knowledge, insight, or wisdom to share with you after all of that, then I'm just wasting space. But I'm here to tell you I am not wasting space. Instead, I am dedicated to giving you all of the information I have, all the energy I have, so that you can live a powerful life. So through this podcast, not only do I tap into my judgeship, but also I am a yoga teacher, studio owner, and a practicer of yoga. Yes, I practice yoga on the daily basis because I know what it can do to improve your life and take your mindset to the next level. Believe it or not, those two go together. Being a judge and being a yogi, it's necessary to have the two together because in order to be a good judge, I need to have a way to tap into my greatest self in a split moment. I mean, like when somebody makes me mad on the bench, I need a way to go into myself, slow it all down, and bring out my best self to deal with them so I can really help people. But that's what this podcast is all about. It's about a way to help people. It's about a way to take you to the next level. Many times I will talk about what's happening in the legal system, some of the things that's happening in my courtroom, and even some of the experiences from my yoga practice. But today, I want to offer you a few thoughts on how you can live your most powerful life when things get overwhelming and things just seem to be out of control and too many demands. One of the things that we talk about in yoga often, and especially if you go deep into the theories and if you go into stoicism and things like that, there is the reality that at some point all of this will end for all of us. I mean, everything that you're doing right now at some point will come to an end. And I know it doesn't sound good, and I know we don't want to realize it, and we don't even want to think about it, but it's having that thought, or at least that acknowledgement in the back of our minds that will keep us humble. And actually, it will keep us grounded in all the expectations that happen every single day. Think about it like this. You're being pulled and pushed at work. There's another project you have to finish. You have to get this report in before it's all over. And we fail to realize that, when I'm dead and gone, that project will still be there. Somebody else will be handling it. The report will still be there. Either I did it or, it's being revised by somebody else. In other words, life keeps going on even when we don't. So to spend our time toiling and getting upset and being over concerned about completing every single task perfectly, about making sure that everyone is happy with all the decisions that we make, making sure that we do everything to the absolute best of our ability, because if we don't, the world's going to end. Let me tell you this, the world is going to end for you anyway. So I don't say that to sound depressive, and I don't say that to lower your day, but I say it as a reality check, because even me, I'm a judge, but it's not all about me because I'm a judge today. I won't be a judge tomorrow. You run your business today. You have many properties. And guess what? In about 10 to 15 years, somebody else will rebuy those properties and maybe even repurpose it. We talk about, hey, that's my legacy. I built the first X, Y, and Z. I built the first church on the city block. Well, guess what? In 20 years, that church may be turned into a nightclub. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say that to say, don't get so caught up in all of the rigmarole of things having to be perfect, and don't get stressed about things being overwhelming, because at the end of the day, life is going to go on. And the sooner that you realize that, the easier you will flow through life. And here's another one I want to leave you with. Because life will go on without us, we're just not that important. I mean, you think about it. You think about the earth, the trees, the sky. Think about how expansive life really is. And it begins to show us that we're really small. I mean, we're important. You are very important. But at the end of the day, we're just a small part of this world. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get so caught up on yourself. It's not all about you. But what it is about is, how do you play the game of life while you're here? How do you use the gifts and talents that you've been given to enrich the lives of other people? Are you making the people around you better? When you walk in the room, does the energy light up or does the energy drain out? How are your relationships with your family members and loved ones? They don't have to be everyday, talk to you all day relationships, but are they at least pleasant enough to extend pleasantries between the families? Those are the things that we need to focus on, because those are things at the end of the day that we can control. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to lower your standards or lower your day, but I did want you to understand that no matter what you're going through right now, it will pass. I mean, that is an absolute guarantee. It shall pass. So while it's passing, you do the best to make sure that you're enriching yourself and the lives of others. Do your part to make this world a better place, because it's going to go on. And the question is, how will you be remembered? As someone who brought light to the world, or someone who brought a little bit of negativity and I'm almost glad you're gone? You don't want that to be you. I know it's not going to be you, because you're listening to this podcast, and this is a podcast about growth and expansion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today. As you know, these podcasts are short and quick and to the point, because I want to leave you with something that you can grow from. And if anything I said inspired you, or at least made you think, share the podcast with other people, subscribe to the podcast, like, comment, all those great things, so that we can continue to add freedom and love to this world. And then the last thing, go to my website, judgedawson.com, where you can download several ebooks that I write. I write at least one free ebook a month on leadership. I have my other books on there for sale, and then I have my free email every week called Dose of Positivity, all aimed at helping us grow. And then, of course, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Judge Dawson. But even more important than that, be the absolute best that you can be, so that we can make this world a better place. Let's go. See you next time.